Hello viewers, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics and welcome to the channel. So this time around I'll show you how to replace the crankcase chain on this 2010 Mercedes-Benz ML350 4MATIC. So let me flip the camera and walk you through. So that's our car. You can see it is secured by jack stands on all four corners of the vehicle, and I'm using the 6-stand jack stands. Safety is always priority in this game, so make sure your car is secure, and I'm using very good jack stands. You can see the wider base. This will protect me when I'm working under the vehicle. So let me crawl under the vehicle. I show you what we're going to do first, and then we go from there. Hello viewers, so right now I'm under the vehicle, and the first thing we have to do is we have to make a marking. This is my marking. I just use some nail polish to mark it, but when I spin the drive shaft, it tells me someone has already been here because I found this other mark right here. So this is the transfer case that we are going to change the chain for, and this is where it's located. So that's my marking, and the first thing we're going to do before we do anything is drain the crankcase, but I was told there's nothing in here, so we are going to drain the transfer case. And this is the draining port right here, and this is the filler port, and we're using the H8 Allen key socket by Shure belt. So we'll drain the transfer case, and then the transfer case itself is boarded in by let me see, the E12 inverted torque bolts, or round, I don't know how many, but we'll count them as we take it out. So then the drive shaft, we are going to disconnect it as well. To disconnect the drive shaft, you are going to use the same E8 Allen key socket. This is the one we are going to use, and we are going to disconnect that. So after draining, the first thing is drain. After draining, you disconnect your drive shaft. So before you disconnect your drive shaft, as you can see, it is covered by the heat shield. So there's a couple of 10mm bolts. I think they are 10 of them. I counted. There's one here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I think I'm missing one somewhere. So either way, they are 10. And then there's also these exhaust hangers. They are 13mm bolts. There's 2 here and 2 on the other side. And also on the heat shield, there is these 7/16 size socket, bolts or nuts, and we're going to use this 5/16. This is the one that fits on this. So these are actually 4 of them. There's one there, one on the other side, and then there should be one right there, and then another one right there. So the first thing we're going to do is drain. After draining, then we take the heat shield and the exhaust hangers, and then we disconnect our drive shaft. So let me do that off camera, and I'll bring you guys back. So you can see, just like I was saying, they told me there was nothing, and definitely there is nothing in there. So we got that one, and next is, let's take the heat shield bolts out. I'll take those off camera, and I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so to take the drive shaft bolts, I think I made a mistake. I'm using the T55 top bit right there, which is a socket, and since this whole thing is spinning, I want to show you how I'm doing it. So at the back right here, the rear differential, I'm using this big screwdriver to block the drive shaft right there, and then when I come this side, I'm able to actually loosen these bolts. So the torque is not much, just a little bit, and I've done the others. I just wanted to show you how you get these bolts out. Make sure you block the drive shaft from the rear differential with a big screwdriver right here where my hand is flicking, and then you can actually take these loose. So once you loosen them, you can just use your impact to take them out, or just by hand, just like so. You can see right now they are able to come out by hand. So we take those out with the impact wrench, but let me show you what else we need to expose once we take the heat shield out. Hello viewers, so you can see now the heat shield is sagging. I've taken out the bolts. You can see the exhaust hangers are out. The same with this one. And once we take these heat shields, there's two that are in pieces. Once you take the bolts out, they come out in pieces, and it's these two right there. And now they expose the bearing carrier. So these are 15mm bolts. We'll take these off, and then it will just help us to bring or lower the drive shaft a little bit lower this side. And then also, once we take these bolts out, as you can see now, these can come out by hand. They'll come out by hand after you loosen them using the T55 top bit socket. I said H8 before, but it's not the case. So you can take this out by hand, and then we'll take the others off by hand as well. And then once this comes out and this one is lowered down, now we'll fight to take the transfer case cover out. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so I took the bolts out, and they are right here with their brackets right there. So once you take those out, all you can do is try to pull the drive shaft off like so, and you can see it has moved, but it's not coming off all the way. So you can see how far it goes. So right now we are going to take off these two 16mm bolts that hold the bearing carrier, just like so, using the 60mm socket with the impact wrench, just like so. Take this one off, and then the next one, this just helps us lower the drive shaft a little bit more. And we got both out, and you can see now the carrier is able to come down a little bit, and then we can actually move our drive shaft. You can see it has come off, and we have a little bit of room. So right now, let me actually take these bolts all around, and then we'll figure out how to put this drive shaft so that we can take this all transfer case out, because there's little space right here. So let me find a better way, better angle, and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so every bolt is out on the crankcase. It's time to take the cover off. So like I said, there's a provision right here. You can use this pry bar to actually pry it out like so. So you can see it is actually separating. So we'll try to get a small pry bar from, there's another provision right here. All you gotta do is go in there, and then you can actually pry it out. So you can see it is separating. Go gradually side to side. For this side, I need a small pry bar to help us actually get it out nicely. But you can see it is separating. So let me grab a smaller pry bar for this side, and I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so after taking each and every bolt out, we have to actually pry this transfer case cover out. So I'm trying my level best. I've already pried it off from right here. You can see it is moving. You come this side, there's the provision right there, and you can see this thing is actually coming off. Just have to keep wiggling it and prying it, just like so. This thing is almost out, as you can can see. I don't know what's just holding it in place. So you can see right now, I can manage to actually hook it up, and I can actually take it out just like so. So it now exposes the chain. You can see the slackness in the chain. So when the chain passes through, this is how it sits. You can see that slackness. It will cause that chain to make that noise, the one that we are dealing with. So you can see there's too much slackness right there. So let me try to get a clear picture, clear view, and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so this is a better view after taking the transfer case out. So you can see it's got some dowel pins. There's one here and there's one right there. So you can see this chain has overstretched. That's why it keeps skipping the gears and causing that clunky noise that is on when the video is starting. So definitely I can see the tensioner right here also looks to be broken right there. I don't know if you're able to see. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. You can see this side the bolt is still holding, and this side it's loose. Maybe it's just loose, but we'll see if the bolt is still okay. And basically I'll show you how the new chain looks and once everything is put. So right now we need to actually, I think this thing needs to actually sit all the way like this. This is the way it's supposed to be. So actually we need to take it out. So let me prep myself, and then we take it out, and then we have to clean everything in here and also clean the other cover for the crankcase. There should be a magnet right there which holds the gunk right there. So I'll show you a clear view once we are out under the vehicle. If you're working on the lift, it's great, but if you're underground or working from the ground, this is the best angle I can ever get for you. So right now we'll take the chain and the gears out. We'll clean the inside, we'll clean the gears, and then we'll also clean all the inside, take off all this silicone around, and then we'll go from there. So taking this chain out is pretty easy. All you have to know is the orientation of your gears. So you can see this one, I don't think you can put it the other way around. It's got this protruding kind of spline thing, and then this one also, we'll make sure we know the orientation. I think there's a protruding piece right here, and like I said, it has to sit flashy, and this is how it sits. So let me prep myself. We take the chain out and then we go from there. Hello viewers, so I'm taking the chain out with the gears, and it's funny, like I said, this thing was bone dry, and maybe that's the other reason the chain got overstretched. So right now we are taking the chain out. So we have to be very mindful. Let's check this gear at the back. So they look almost the same, but the only difference is this is the outside. You can see the splines are almost at the tip of this protruding piece, and at the back the grooves or the splines start from inside. So we know this guy goes in like so, and then we have to make sure we clean the ball bearing inside there. We'll clean everything there. You can see the chain was scratching on the part of the other crankcase piece right there. We'll clean all that, And then on this side, I don't think you can go wrong. Just like I said, this goes in one way. This is the back, and this is the one that's in the front. This is pointing at the back of the car. So we'll also clean the ball bearings, and then I'm not sure of the chain, if the chain goes in a certain way, but I think the chain can go in either way. And right now, this is what I was talking about. I don't know if this is broken or it's just loose. We'll see. So let me take you to the other side to see how the new chain looks, and then we'll go from there. Hello viewers, so we have a situation right here. The tensioner, you can see it's moving. Not too sure whether it's broken or it's the bolt that's loose. Only way to find out is we'll try to take the other bolt out like so, and then we'll basically know the condition of the other side. Just hope the bolt is not broken, because if it is, then we have another problem right there. Just hope the bolt is loose, and then that should be it. But the only way to find out is just take the other bolt out and then check how it's looking on the other side. No, actually, the situation right here is your crankcase is broken, so that's another situation right there. The tensioner is actually broken, so that's now another issue right there. So I guess I gotta let the owner know, and like I said, I usually hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the situation right now. This whole transfer case need to be taken up. So that's the situation right now. Let me actually just finish up taking this bolt out, and then I show you where it's broken from. We'll let the owner know, and then we'll pick it up from there. So I think that's due to the loose chain. So let me take it out completely, and then we'll see how it looks, and then like I said, we'll let the customer know, and then we see what's the way forward. So you can see this bolt came out pretty okay, but the other piece, you can see this piece is broken, and this piece you're seeing is part of the transfer case, so it's broken from right there. So the issue here is we need to change the whole transfer case. So I'll let the customer know, and then we'll see how it goes. Hello viewers, so like I said, we ran into a situation, and this is our situation right here. You can see this is the tensioner, and you can see part of the transfer case is actually broken. I think this is due to low oil and the chain being overstretched. You can see this piece is supposed to be on the other side of the transfer case. So this is how the chain looks, the one that came out. This is how overstretched it looks, and you can see the new one. No matter what, this is how far it goes, and the one we took out, you can see it's almost making a U shape. So definitely we have to clean this whole thing in here. That is if you're just changing the chain. And there's a magnet right here which picks all the gunk. It only goes in one way. This is the one you can see. There's just gunk right here. There's a magnet right there. So our situation right here is letting the customer know what's going on, and definitely we're gonna need a new transfer case assembly. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but anyways, that's the situation. If you're just changing the chain, well and good, clean up this area, clean up the other piece on the car, and then make sure everything's good and put in your new chain. And I believe that's the part number for the chain right there. Let's try to focus. Wow, that's funny, I can't actually focus to get a clear picture of the part number. I don't know what's up with my camera. I think my camera is pretty dirty. I just need to clean it. So anyways, that should be the part number right there. Let's try to focus, and there you go, that's the part number right there. So if you're just changing the chain, clean up this area, the bearing, make sure everything is good, clean up the other side, and then put in a new chain. And like I said, the new chain, this is how it looks. The old chain, this is how overstretched it is, making it almost a U later. But the new chain, no matter how much it is, this is how it's gonna go. So let me talk to the customer, and then we'll see what the customer says, and then we'll go from there. Hello viewers, so we are continuing from where we left from on this 2010 ML350 Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC. And if you remember very well, we did take the transfer case cover out and found that the chain was overstretched, and I think due to being overstretched, it was leaning so much on the tensioner. And you can see the tensioner is okay, but this metal piece, which is supposed to be actually on the other side of the transfer case, that's on the car, you can see it sheared out and it broke. I believe the chain was overstretched too much to where it was flapping on the tensioner, and it broke this piece right here. So did tell the customer, talked to him, and he organized us with a used transfer case, and this is the one right here. So we are going to open this bad boy, and we're going to inspect it inside and see if we need to change the chain. So right now it feels good. I don't feel nothing. So this part is the one right there. This piece here is the one which is right there, and it is okay, but the bad part is the one that's still on the car. So behind there, when taking that one out, I think we have to take out, I believe, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 bolts, and this one and this one are dowel pins. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to drain it from right there. This is the draining port, and this is the filler point, and I believe this thing feels like it's empty. So I'm gonna take off the drain plug, drain it, and make it light, and then we'll take off these bolts around, and then we're going to find the chain inside, and we're going to inspect it. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so I loosened the drain plug, and I'm using the HH Shure belt Allen key socket. And once I take the drain plug out, damn, it was under pressure, and you can see it paged some oil on me. So I think we have some oil in this cardboard. So let me actually lift it, and we got dirty oil. You can see it's coming off just like so. So it doesn't really carry so much. You can see this is all that came out. So these things, they are always under pressure. So this is all we got. So right now I'm going to put back the drain plug, and I'll take the bolts around it, and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so I loosened the bolts around, and you can see 17 number in total. So I loosened them off with the ratchet, and we're using the E10 inverted torque. So we'll start with this one right here, and right now we can just fast forward because it's just taking them out. So the good thing is all these bolts are 17 in number in total, and they are all the same. So right now this thing is loose. Let me just grab a pry bar and then we can actually pry it. So last time I remember I showed you that you can pry it from right here and on this other side, but there's another slot right here. So let me grab the pry bar and then we take it out and then we go from there. Hello viewers, so right now it's time to actually just pry it out. This one, the bolts are out, so we're going to use the pry bar. We can use this one size because it's outside and it is exposed. So you have to pry it right here, right there, and right there. So you have to keep prying it side to side. Dowel pins, so make sure you keep going on all the sides. Until you get to a point where you can easily just come out on you. So out. So let me continue going around with it so that we don't waste time. Once we get to a point where it will come out, and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so after I took out all the bolts and then I think you saw me wedging it from side to side, you have to use a bunch of screwdrivers with the pry bar. So once you get it open, so it's like when you wedge this side at the opening, you wedge the screwdriver right there. You come this side, you do the same, and you come this side, you also do the same, so that the screwdriver, once it opens up, it doesn't go back in. So this guy is good to go. I think just by pulling it just like so, it should actually open up. So we can actually side to side. So this guy will come off just like so. So it will come off just like so. And then there's one important thing that you have to look out for. We got this magnet piece. This is the one that catches all the metal pieces. You can see right now, this is the one right here. You can see it's got metal chunks right there from the wearing of the chain and the metal pieces. So this is the way it sits. So I've put it in its slot and it sits right there. So that's where the magnet sits. This is the one right here. That's its slot. So whenever you're putting this bad boy back in, make sure that magnet is in place. So we are going to take out this planetary gear. You can see this is, if you know about the differential, this is the setup. You can see we got the sun gears and the planetary gears in there. So this is the one that changes direction to engage and disengage the all-wheel drive. So we'll put this to this side and we'll let it sit like so, and then we can look at the chain. This one is actually not too bad compared to the one we took out, so I'll let the customer decide. I'll show him the previous video, and then will let us know. If it was my car, since I already got the chain, I was gonna change. But you know, these customers sometimes they try to go cheap, because if we service it today, we are rest assured for 100,000 miles to the next service. But it depends on the customer. But either way, we are going to take out, since we already taken out the cover or opened it up, we are going to take this gear and this gear and the chain out. We are going to clean all this silicone and clean inside, and then we'll go from there. So this is actually not too bad, but if I have the chain, I'll change it. So I'll bring you guys back depending on what the customer says, and after I cleaned up the transfer case. So we'll see you on the other side. Hello viewers, so right now we're under the vehicle, and I just want to point out a few things. So you can see, due to the chain being overstretched, it was making scuff marks right there on this other piece of the transfer case, and that other piece for the tensioner, it broke off from right there. It is supposed to be like the other one where you bought the tensioner on, but you can see on this other one it broke. So definitely that's why we are replacing it, and that's not fixable. So right now we are going to take this gear out, we'll put it on the side, and then we are going to take this other one out as well, and we'll put it on the other side. So this is my support system. You can see I have a jack and a block of wood on the transmission, so it's not going anywhere. And we are going to take off this 16mm bolt right here, another one right there, and we got 3 more this side, and then we got the 2 16mm bolts for the transmission mount right there, and then we got 2 more right here, and then these 2 as well. So let me set myself up. We take those 2, those 16mm bolts, and then we go from there. Hello viewers, so to take the other drive shaft here, we are using the T50 torque right here, and then for the motor mount we are going to use the E12 inverted torque bit right there. So we just fast forward. I loosened them already with the impact wrench, so we just fast forward. Hello viewers, so I have an update. So I managed to get the side bolts and on both sides, but I'll tell you this, the top 2 bolts were very difficult to get to. This one for this side was much better, but the one on the driver's side gave me a lot of hell to actually get out. This is what I had to use to actually get to that bolt. You can see I had this universal flex extension. I had to tape it, and I had to use this long extension. So I took out 4 bolts off camera. I didn't want to prolong the video, so right now we have only 4 remaining. So we can go ahead and take these off camera. You can just fast forward on these ones. This is the one right here. So that's how it comes out. You need to have a lot of patience. So right now this looks good. We are going to clean the other crank case. We're going to clean the other surface, and then I haven't heard from the customer yet, and then I'll give you an update whether we're going to put a new chain or we are going to use the one that we found in there. So basically that's how you get to this. So what I was trying to say is these two bolts, you have to have some patience. This one came out, no, this one came out okay. It was difficult, but it came out much better. But this one is the one that gave me a lot of hell. But anyway, we got it out. That's how it comes out. So basically that's a good thing. So definitely let me fix the other side, and then I'll bring you over guys back. Hello viewers. So right now today we are going to actually take this to together with the chain, just like so. Put them on the side, and we are going to clean this. You see, silicone, it's actually coming out. The other important thing you have to make sure you clean is this magnet right here. Make sure you take out all this stuff it has collected with time. So right now I'm going to clean this magnet, and always don't forget to put it back in. So I'm going to clean this off camera, and then we are going to compare the old chain that we took out from the broken transfer case, this one that came with this transfer case, and then we're going to compare with the new one and see which one is going to be our best option. So let me clean this off camera, and I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers. So I want to take this moment and just point out why we are changing this transfer case. So you can see this is the used transfer case, comes solid. You can see I cleaned it up good, it's looking good, and I used a brake clean right there. So you can see the reason we are changing is because look at the mounting of the tensioner right there on the used transfer case, and we got the old one right here, the one that came from the car, and you can see the tensioner, the other piece of the transfer case broke off and it's on the tensioner. That's why we are changing it, and because the chain got overstretched and then it was flapping on the tension, and that's how it managed to break that piece right there and making that crazy noise. So this guy is okay, but because the other piece, the tension is broken and we can't fix it, that's why we are using the actually used transfer case. So I'm just waiting on the transfer case. Oh, the customer has already bought, he's on his way. And make sure you inspect your bearings. I did, and I'm going to lubricate the bearings with the transfer case just a little bit right there on this one, and on this one, and on this planetary gear. And don't forget, this is the magnet that actually picks all the metal shavings from the operation of the transfer case. It goes in one way, the way you see it, this is the way it goes in, and this is the gunk that came from the magnet. So you can see I got the 3 chains right here with me, and this is the one that came from that transfer case that came from the vehicle, and this is the one that came from this used transfer case, and this is the new one. So you can see this one is overstretched, this one is getting there, and this is the new one right here. So we'll go with the new one, and basically I'm gonna put all this off camera and I'll bring you guys back on the other side. Hello viewers. So right now you can see I just lubricated the shafts with the OEM transfer case oil. The customer brought it and he bought from the dealer. That's the one right there. So right now I'll go ahead and install the chains. That's the best I have for the chain. I wish I had a better angle, but basically that's all I got. So we'll go ahead and install the chain just like so. So once you lubricate it, it actually helps you go in smoothly. There we go. You can see the chain has less slack right there. Let me see if I can get a better view for you. Right there, our chain is in, you can see right there, and this is the way it's supposed to be. So right now I'm going to add some silicone around the transfer case, and then we're going to put some Loctite on the bolts, and then we'll go from there. Hello viewers, so you can see right now I added a thin layer of silicone on the transfer case, and I was using this 4MATIC silicone. This is some good stuff. You can see I went with a 90-minute and return to service. These guys make some good products. So it's black, and just a thin layer would do, and then I'm going to add some 4MATIC thread locker on the bolts. So the bolts, I think the torque is about 25 Newton meters. That is the one that will come when the transfer case cover is put, and basically it's the same torque as these bolts, so it's about 25 Newton foot-pounds. So right now, let me set myself up. I bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so I'll try to put the transfer case cover. Make sure you are mindful that you don't lose that magnet. That's the one that does wonders by catching all the metal shavings so that they don't fly around inside the transfer case. So this is the best angle I have, and there is the drive shaft in the way, so I'll try by all means to see if we can actually have a better way of installing this guy right there. So it's almost all the way in. All you gotta do is just play around with your, you can see it's all the way in. And right now I'm going to add some thread locker on the bolts, and then we are going to put the bolts around off camera, and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so you can see the bolts look bluish because they had some thread locker on it. So we'll also just add some thread locker, not too crazy, just a little bit, and then see we have some thread locker on the bolts right there. I don't have to go too crazy. So I'll just show you on a few bolts that I have with me. Make sure you start the bolts by hand, and then you can change to your ratchet. Actually, I don't advise you to go with a ratchet on these ones. Just go with a wrench or a socket, because we're using the embedded socket. Just go there with your ratchet, and then you do the same all around. So I just wanted to show you how to go about it, and I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so right now our transfer case is on, so I will point this to you. This is called dowel pin, so make sure when you feel some resistance, stop and make sure it is aligned straight. So this one is in, you can see it's all flashy and everything is seated properly. Right now I torqued all the bolts to 25 foot-pounds, and these I use the E10 inverted torque for the front side, and for these back ones I use the E12. So you have to know which ones goes where. So right now I have to connect this drive shaft and also connect this drive shaft. We also are going to actually put our carrier bearing back in place, and then we'll put our transmission mount right there, and then we'll put our subframe bracket that covers this place, and then we'll go from there. So let me do that off camera, and I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so definitely everything is back on. You can see the heat shield, and this is where our carrier bearing is. You can see it's back on. when we come to the exhaust hangers, they are back on, both of them. This one on this side, it's back on, and then the heat shield as well is also secured, and then you can see our drive shaft is secured right there, and the other drive shaft right here is also secured. You can see our brackets, they are all secured, and our transfer case is back on. What's only remaining on this bad boy is just filling up the transfer case oil. We are going to open this port right here and then tighten this one to spec and then fill it up from here. Once you see a spill coming from here, just know that you have enough, and then close it and then take this bad boy on a spin. So the only thing remaining on this car is dropping it down, filling up transfer case fluid, and then take it on a spin. So that's how you replace a transfer case on a 2010 Mercedes-Benz ML350 4MATIC. So I'll see you on the other side. Hello viewers, so I'll show you how to fill up the transfer case. So we broke this already, so can just take it off by hand. We use the H8 Allen key socket right here. So I'm using the big syringe to fill up the transfer case fluid. You can use a hand pump. There's so many ways. So I'm using the OEM transfer case fluid from Mercedes. I like using OEM, or you can use different oils, but they should have the same properties. But when it comes to these transmission flashes, I like going OEM. So right now I've sucked already from the bottle right there, and like I said, there's so many ways you can do this. You can use a hand pump, but in my case I'm using just a big syringe. So I'm gonna wipe this one like so, and then we'll go ahead and insert this tube in there, and then all we are going to do is inject it in there until we see the fluid flowing from there. Then we know that it is full. So we'll keep going. Make sure you know where your drain plug is, so that when it's full you can easily close it. So we'll keep going for now. So we'll get some from the bottle, just like so. Need a little bit more. So you can see right now it started flowing. That means our transfer case is full. What you do right now is you get your drain plug, and then you can just close it. And basically after this, all you have to do is tighten it like so, and then you can actually grab your brake clean, and then you can just wipe off the excess oil just like so. So that's how you fill up your transfer case. So right now we are going to drop this bad boy, take it on a spin, and then we go from there. Hello viewers, so just winding up test driving the ML350. If you compare the video of at the beginning of the recording and now, you can see the difference. Before it was clanking and making all those noises, but right now you can hear it is quiet. I'm just from test driving it, drove it for 30 minutes. It's driving perfectly fine. Even this short drive in the video, you can see that it's better than the way it came in. So definitely we installed a used transfer case, but we did service it. We put in a new chain and then some fresh fluid. So with time, that's what happens with those chains in the transfer case. They actually overstretch and they start skipping the tip on the gears, and they will produce that sound. So definitely you have to consider servicing them from time to time. So this one is good to go for another 100,000 miles, and basically that's how it is done. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos like this one.